host only, guys. Message me to the host account. All right. If you want to talk to me, please use the host account for the communication. Please type or write on the host account. Okay. So yesterday we were talking about spring, right? So if two springs are connected in series, you have to find equivalent spring constant as the summation of reciprocal of individual spring constants. And if two springs are connected in parallel, then the equivalent spring constant will be summation of individual spring constant. Okay. Now there is one more type of question that will be asked to you, that if spring is cut, spring को क्या किया बच्चा? Cut कर दिया. So if spring is cut, then spring constant of each part. Okay. So what will be the spring constant of each part? So experimentally it has been observed for the spring. Experimentally it has been observed for the spring that this spring constant will be directly proportional to 1 by length. ठीक है, ये क्या होता है चलो? It is directly proportional to 1 by or inversely proportional to the length of the spring. So if length is decreased, the spring constant will increase. So ये क्या है? Basically this is what experimentally it has been observed like this. So if k is inversely proportional to length, that means this will give us an idea that k into L will be constant. K into L will be constant. If you multiply k with the length, then this product, this result will be what? A constant. So we are going to use the same, this concept. We are going to use this relation to get information about the spring constant of each part if a spring has been cut into 2 or 3 parts. Okay. So let me ask you a very simple question. Consider there is a spring. This is the spring of spring constant k and length L. All right, spring constant k and length L. It has been cut into 2 parts. ठीक है, इसको मैंने 2 पार्ट में कट किया. इधर से कट किया गया. So this length is, let us say, L1 and this length is L2. It has been cut in 2 parts in such a way that one of the length is L1 or the other one is L2. Find the spring constant of each part. बोलो बच्चे लोग क्या आंसर करोगे? Let us see how many of you can actually solve this if I give you the concept. Come on, bachcho, give me the answer. So k into L has to be constant. That means spring constant will be inversely proportional to length of the spring. So find out what will be the spring constant of each part if it has been cut into 2 parts in such a way that one of the length is L1 and the other one is L2. Come on guys, give me the answer. See, every time you don't need me, right? कभी-कभी अपना दिमाग भी लगाओ. If I have been given a formula, if I have been given a छोटा सा, because I am also going to use the same concept. I'm not going to tell you anything new. I'm also going to use the same concept to get the answer for this. Guys, are you messaging me on co-host account? No, okay. So everyone is messaging me on the host account. Correct. Good morning, Sujal. What is the answer? Okay, so you guys are not able to get the answer. Let me draw the 2 springs like this. Okay, this is L2, this is L1, this is, let us say this is K2 and this is K1. We need to find what is the value of K1, what is the value of K2. So I would write solution. इसका क्या होगा देखो. I would say K1 L1 will be equal to K2 L2 will be equal to K into L. Here K is the spring constant, L is the length. So K into L will be equal to K1 into L1, K2 into L2. I got this relation. So this will give us a value that K1 will be equal to, I know the value of K and L, so KL by L1. I get the value of K2 as KL divided by L2. Simple. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. अच्छा इससे आसान सवाल नहीं हो सकता, right? So I have just used the same concept that I have written here. But you guys struggled. Only Vishwa has answered. सिर्फ विश्वा ने आंसर किया था, बाकी सब लोगों ने गलत कुछ नहीं बताया. Guys, do you have any doubt in this one? Guys, click yes if you have understood this. Otherwise, let me know if you have any doubt in this one. Clear hai? So I'm expecting all of you have understood this. So direct question will be asked to you. Okay? Direct question will be asked to you based on this concept. It can be asked to you in this way also. A spring is cut in the ratio two is to three. Okay, is cut in the ratio 2 is to 3. Find spring constant of each part. Okay, so if I draw the diagram, so it is cut from, let's say, here. Initially the spring constant is K and length is L. Tell me the answer. Arjun, who has informed you? Yeah, we are going to start that. Don't worry. That information will be shared with you today. Come on, guys. Who has informed you about that, Arjun? Okay, so what your dad has called? Like, did you ask them to, like, did you ask about this, or they have like told this voluntarily? Monish, it's okay, bacha. I'm talking to Arjun. Arjun is asking something. No problem, Arjun. So from today only, from today itself, it was supposed to happen. I am the one who will do that. So I'm the one who will make the schedule. So I have actually made the schedule for your language classes and all. So Vikas Q College guys, those who are from Vikas Q College, unke liye like language classes will also be started. Like I think from tomorrow mostly, and a few other classes will also be started. Okay, special boards classes for PCMB also I'm trying to start. So yeah, so from tomorrow or day after tomorrow, new timetable, like extra classes will be there for you. Language classes, some extra PCMB classes, and a few of you are already actually attending those. I won't take language class. How can I take language class? I can't take language class. They're teachers, na? There are other teachers. They'll take the language classes. They'll take some PCMB boards classes also. ठीक है, और PCMC. तो सब तो हो रहा है ना actually. So those things will be conducted. So थोड़ा सा number of hours, number of class hours will increase from tomorrow. ठीक है? I have only started that ना. Yeah, Usha Devi ma'am has started na. So I'm the one who has made that schedule and all. So don't worry. So I know that Vinayaka. So हो जाएगा. परेशान मत हो. We'll get that message, schedule and everything today. Because for that there are few other things also that has to be done. Okay. Yes, Kaushik. Yes, Kaushik. Only for Vikas College. Okay. So guys, what is the answer for this question? I have got an answer from Jhansi. I have got an answer from yeah, झांसी ने आंसर किया, कनिष्क ने आंसर किया, मेघना, कीर्तन कामले, श्रीनिवास. Alright, so let me answer this. बहुत ही easy है बच्चा लोग, बहुत ही easy है. So if I ask you कि what will be the length L1, then what is the answer? What will the length L2? What will be the answer? 2:3. ठीक है? It's okay, Arjun. Just try to ask me these things after the class or before the class. It's okay. चलिए L1 का वैल्यू बताइए. Tell me guys, what is the value of L1? Because this is important. If you don't get the value of L1 correct, you are wrong. You'll get a wrong answer. Krishna, I was expecting that will be the answer most of you will be saying. So Krishna is saying 2L/3. Guys, is that correct? Krishna is saying 2L/3. Is it correct, bachalo? Total length is L, and if it has been cut into two parts, and the length ratio is at 2:3, will the length L1 be 2L/3? No, it will be 2L/5, because L1 by L2 is 2/3, and L1 plus L2 is L, right? So what do we do? Length for L1, so 2 into L by 2 plus 3, 5. है ना? So out of 5, 2 part is L1, 3 part is L2. So what is the fraction of length L1? So 2/5 into कितना बच्चा? तो ये आंसर क्या मिलेगा इधर? ये क्या मिलेगा चलो? 3L/5. So what will be the value of K1 then? So we know how to do it. K1 क्या मिलता है बच्चा? K into L divided by L1. तो K into L divided by L1 का आंसर क्या लिखोगे? Simple. We have already studied this. We have to put the value. So 2L into 5. What about K2? What about K2? So K2 will be K into L divided by L2. L2 is 3L/5. So these are the values of K1 and K2. Guys, is it tough? Do you find this as a tough? बहुत ही आसान है, right? So they'll be asking questions like this. A spring has been cut into two parts, and the ratio will be given to you. Then they have been joined in parallel. Find the equivalent spring constant. They will ask you that, or they'll ask you that a spring is cut into two equal parts, or like two parts having some ratios x:y. Then they have been joined in series. What is the equivalent spring constant? So this kind of questions will be asked to you. So you know how to find this K1, K2. Once you find K1, K2, you know the formula for series combination, for parallel combination. So that will become very easy for you. All right. Chaliye. So guys, I have asked you a question yesterday that give me the answer till this point. That what will be the deflection of the pendulum from vertical as observed from the ground. So give me the answer till this point. यहाँ से कुछ change हो जाएगा, ठीक है? To deal with this part, I have to teach you something new that is called a pseudo force. Okay? But before going to that part, let me ask you, give me the answer till this point. What will be the deflection of the pendulum from the vertical as observed from the ground frame? So Sakshi has answered, Keertan Kamble has answered, and yeah, there's already also few of you have answered. So this tan inverse A/G answer. Yeah, so this is the answer according to Sakshi, Keertan, and few others. So tan inverse of A/G. Let us find out what will be the correct answer. So let me consider this is the, ठीक है, ये pendulum का वो है, and this is the bob. ये मान circle बना रहा हूँ, ये बन रहा है square. Alright, consider this is the pendulum. अच्छा guys, when this car will be accelerating towards right, in which direction this pendulum will move? कौन सा direction में होगा move? बताइए बच्चा लोग. Did I draw the correct direction, or is it incorrect? Guys, did I draw the correct direction, or is it incorrect? Correct only, right? If this block, अच्छा, why this bob will move in leftward direction? अच्छा, will it actually move in leftward direction, guys? Tell me yes or no. This is interesting. The answer is actually interesting. Will the bob actually move in leftward direction? So answer is no. This bob will not move in leftward direction actually. What happens when this cart will move in rightward direction? This point will move in rightward direction. So होगा ये कि this point will move in rightward direction. So this string will actually move in rightward direction. This will stay here for the instant. once this condition will have, once this bob or this pendulum will have this condition, now this pendulum bob will move in rightward direction साथ में. So this is what it happens actually. Correct hai? So the end connected to the card will actually move in a rightward direction. So it will remain here only. So this string will actually come here. The string will actually come here. Once this condition is maintained, now this cannot go further back. So क्या हो जाएगा? Now they will move rightward together. This is actually what happens with this pendulum bob or with this bob when the car will move in rightward direction. All right? अच्छा, ये अगर left जाएगा तो क्या होगा बच्चा? This point will move left because it's connected to the car. But this bob is not connected to the car. So bob will try to stay at rest only. यहीं पे रुकना चाहेगा. So because of the string, what will happen? This string will come here. So this there will be deflection. तो अभी क्या होगा कि एक कार ऐसा है. If it is moving in this direction, the bob will look like it has come in this direction. ऐसे होगा. चलिए, anyway, now draw the free body diagram. Draw the free body diagram. So mg will be the downward force, right? Mg will be the downward force. एक लगेगा टेंशन इस पे. Guys, tell me, will there be any other force? Guys, tell me, will there be any other force that will act on this pendulum bob? क्या कोई अलग सा force लगेगा इसके अलावा बच्चा लोग? No, right? A tension and one mg force. These are the two forces that will act on it. Now we have to find the deflection of the pendulum from the vertical. That means we have to find this angle theta. We have to find this angle theta. So let us find out the angle theta here. कैसे निकालेंगे? तो since this bob will be under equilibrium condition, ठीक है, क्या होगा बच्चा? और equilibrium condition with respect to this, but with respect to the car, sorry, with respect to ground, I would say, this is actually moving with acceleration A towards right. So net force in rightward direction must be equal to m into A, right? But what about the net force in vertical direction? Chalo, if I write motion along vertical direction, I would say Ay is equal to 0. So अगर Ay 0 है, that means Fy has to be 0. Net force in vertical direction has to be 0. What are the forces acting on the bob in the vertical direction? So I would say it is T cos theta and mg. T cos theta minus mg must be equal to 0. So I can write T cos theta will be equal to mg. This is equation. Guys, do you have any doubt here? Do you have any doubt in the first equation that I have written? Any problem? Now let us write the motion along horizontal direction. Motion along horizontal direction. So Ax will be equal to 0. Fx will be equal to 0. Sorry, Ax is not equal to 0 actually. Ax is equal to A. So Fx must be equal to m into A. Mass into acceleration along x, that is A, to m into A. Fx is net force in x direction or horizontal direction. Tell me guys, what is the net force in horizontal direction? So only T sine theta. Component of this tension along horizontal will be T sine theta. So this T sine theta must be equal to equation 1. Equation 2. I need to know the value of theta. So what will I do? I will divide equation 2 by equation 1. So I would get tan theta will be equal to A by G. So theta will be equal to tan inverse of A by G. So this is the answer for this question. So those who have answered, they have got the correct answer. Very good guys, well done, keep it up. So answer for this question is what? Tan inverse of A by G. What is the reference frame here, Vacha? So with respect to ground. This is what with respect to ground. Guys, if I ask you that, tell me the answer with respect to the frame or with respect to the car. With respect to the car. Tell me guys, what will change if I ask you to analyze this condition with respect to car? Bolo bachcho. What will change actually if I change the reference? In first part I have considered the reference frame as ground, but now I'm asking you to change the reference to car. What will actually change? क्या change होगा बच्चा? Then तो कीर्तन अलग बात है ना, तब तो अलग ही बात है ना. You'll understand, don't worry. क्या change होगा बच्चा इस केस में बताइए जल्दी से. If I change the reference from ground to car, now let us say the observer is inside the car. So I would say this AX is not A, because if I'm asking you observe the bob, observe the pendulum with respect to car, that means locate an observer on the car. So with respect to this observer in the car, what will be the acceleration of this bob, guys? Tell me. What will be the acceleration of this bob? Can I say that will be 0? Car will, like this man will see, it's not moving anywhere, it's not going anywhere, it's not accelerating. So acceleration of this pendulum bob with respect to man in the car is 0. And man is actually moving along with the car, so reference frame हमारा क्या car होगा. So acceleration of bob with respect to this car is actually 0. So here Ax will become 0. If Ax will become 0, I have to write T sine theta will be equal to 0. That means theta is 0. That means with respect to car, or if the guy or if the man is actually standing there, he should see that it is not moving anywhere. But will that be case, bachalo? Even if you're looking at this bob from the car or from the ground, you will see this bob has been located to a new position like this. So what is wrong in this? What is wrong? What are the things that we are doing wrong? Okay, what are the parameters that we are considering wrong here? So कुछ तो गलत हो रहा है, right? So we are writing here T sin theta is equal to 0, m into 0. We'll be writing in vertical direction also no acceleration, so this will be valid only, no problem. So T cos theta says us T into cos theta says us mg, but T sin theta says us 0. That means it is contradicting, right? So that means we are doing something wrong. होता क्या है? That if the frame is accelerating, if the frame of observance, if the frame of reference is accelerating, then Newton's law of motion is not valid. ठीक है? क्या बोलते हैं चलो? If frame of reference is accelerating, then Newton's laws of motion will not be valid. ठीक है? This is one of the example. मैं दूसरा example पूछता हूँ, ठीक है? Let me ask you a different example. Consider there is a lift. All right? Consider there is a lift. The lift बन क्यों नहीं रहा है सही से? Consider there is a lift. ये lift लग नहीं रहा है, बन क्यों नहीं रहा है? Triangle पता नहीं. Does not, rectangle बन ही नहीं रहा है. This is I think 7th attempt. Yeah. So GoodNotes 5 का update आया तब से ये weird सा करने लगा. Anyway, so if this is the lift I'm talking about, consider there is a man who has been asked to stand on a weighing machine. ठीक है, उसको मैं क्या बोला गया, तुम weighing machine पे खड़े हो जाओ. ऐसा कोई एक बंदा है जो कि weighing machine पे खड़ा है. Now this elevator is moving upward. ठीक है, elevator is moving upward with acceleration E naught. और ठीक, if I ask you, question is, if I ask you to find the weight of this man, ठीक है, the mass is m. If I ask you to find the weight of this man, okay, now how will you find the weight of this man? If I'm asking you to stand on a weighing machine, so how this weighing machine will actually measure the mass? How this weighing machine will measure the mass? So I would say this weighing machine will measure the normal reaction force that is acting in between man and the weighing machine. Okay, so whatever the normal force that this man will be applying on the weighing machine, this weighing machine is going to measure that n value, and then that will divide that n by g, and then it will show the reading there. So that basically हमें निकालना क्या बच्चा, normal reaction. ठीक है? So whatever the normal reaction that will be exerted by the man on the weighing machine, that will be the reading of this weighing machine. वही अगर हम force की बात करें, that will be the n value निकालना है. So I'm going to observe this particular man with respect to ground. If I observe this man with respect to ground, तो देखो क्या होगा, normal reaction कितना मिलेगा. So with respect to ground, this man is actually moving with acceleration a in upward direction, because if lift or the elevator is moving upward with a, the man will also move in upward direction with acceleration a. So if I draw the free body diagram, I would get downward direction will be mg force and upward direction will be normal on man due to weighing machine, and in opposite direction, in downward direction, if I draw the free body diagram of the weighing machine, normal reaction will be downward because of man on the weighing machine. But anyway, both of them are same, so I'm just drawing the free body diagram of the man. मैंने man का free body diagram बनाया. We have to figure out what is the normal reaction that is going to be exerted on the weighing machine. This is moving upward with acceleration a, so I would write net force must act in upward direction, and that should be equal to m into a. So I'll put the value. So I write n minus mg will be equal to m into a. So I would get n is equal to m into a plus g. So with respect to ground, this is the normal reaction we have got. And if you are going to experience this part, if you are going to actually see the relation, see the value, you will say that, sir, if the mass of this particular, if the weight of this man is, let us say, 72 kg outside the lift, when lift was resting, when lift will accelerate with acceleration a, the mass of the man will increase, will be greater than mg. If you look at the reading on the weighing machine kept on a lift, and if lift is accelerating upward, you will observe that the reading of the weighing machine will increase. That is what happening. That is what this value also suggests us, that normal reaction will be equal to m into a plus g. That means normal reaction will increase. Normal reaction will be greater than mg. So the mass that will be given displayed here will be greater than m. Okay, चलिए ये part. Now let us discuss this with respect to lift. If the reference frame is lift. So guys, if I ask you to draw the free body diagram, you would draw free body diagram like this. These are the forces, you will say these are the forces that are acting. But with respect to lift, what is the acceleration? With respect to lift, what is the acceleration? It is 0. So with respect to lift, it is 0. So you will answer, you will say n minus mg must be equal to 0. So n will be equal to mg. Now guys, tell me which one of them is correct. There are two equations that we have got. Tell me which one of them is correct. First one or second one? Correct concept. Tell me guys, which one of them is correct? First equation or second equation? No issue. Both of them are not correct. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is what? This is incorrect. Why this is incorrect? Because we have used Newton's law, Newton's second law, when the lift, which is the reference frame, is accelerating. Okay? ये correct क्यों है बच्चा? Because Newton's law of motion or Newton's laws of motion is not valid in accelerating frame of reference, or we call that kind of frame of reference which is accelerating is called as non-inertial frame. A frame of reference which is accelerating is called as non-inertial frame. Okay? So Newton's laws of motion is not valid in accelerating frame of reference. तो ये part आपको please याद रखना, ठीक है? चलिए. तो now how can we use Newton's law then? कैसे फिर use करना है बच्चा? Is it like okay, if frame is accelerating we can't even use? No, you can use it. To use Newton's law of motion, to use Newton's laws of motion, you have to add a pseudo force. You have to use a pseudo force so that we can use Newton's law of motion in non-inertial frame also. Okay? So to use Newton's laws of motion in non-inertial frame, we add an inertial force, or we add a pseudo force to the system. तो ये हम अलग से करते हैं. Pseudo का मतलब क्या? False, which is not actually acting. It is not actually acting. But to use Newton's law of motion, we actually add a pseudo force to the system. What is pseudo force, बच्चा? So this pseudo force Fp will be equal to mass of the object, ठीक है, और mass of the system into acceleration of the frame, into acceleration of the frame. What about the direction of this pseudo force? So it will be opposite to the direction of acceleration of frame. That is why I'll put a minus sign. ठीक है? So I write like this. Fp vector will be written as minus m into acceleration of frame. So this is how we are going to use Newton's law of motion. So let us figure out whether we get the same answer in this case also if we add a pseudo force. ठीक है, तो वही काम करके मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको. So now the same diagram, ठीक है, the same diagram in the same case. In above example, we have a free body diagram like this. ये हुआ ना हमारा. Now tell me guys, in which direction the frame is accelerating? बोलो अच्छा. In which direction the frame is accelerating? It is in upward direction, right? So in which direction pseudo force must be acted? In which direction the pseudo force must be acting? बोलो अच्छा. Downward. So pseudo force must be acting in downward direction. ठीक है? So this will be the pseudo force. अच्छा, what will be the magnitude of pseudo force बच्चा लोग? तो mass of the object, so m, into acceleration of the frame. What is the acceleration of the frame? A. Now it is satisfied. With respect to car, in above example, with respect to lift actually, or car lift, acceleration is 0. So net force would be 0. Now I can write n minus ma plus mg will be equal to 0. So n will be equal to m into a plus g. Guys, did we get the same answer as we have got when the reference frame was not accelerating? देखो तो same मिला क्या? N is equal to m into a plus g. Same answer. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? So this is what we have to do if your reference frame is accelerating. If the reference frame is accelerating, and if you don't use a pseudo force, your answer will be wrong. तुम्हारा आंसर क्या हो जाएगा बच्चा लोग? Wrong हो जाएगा. Guys, click yes if you have understood the basic meaning of pseudo force, or basic need of pseudo force, or you can say basic inclusion of pseudo force in our syllabus. Please click yes if you have understood this. We'll solve some more numericals also to understand this in a better way. Just let me know if you have understood the basic of pseudo force. कहाँ जरूरत है और इसका magnitude क्या है और direction क्या है. Guys, please respond. Only 13-14 of you are responding. चंगू मंगू चिंटू पिंटू जल्दी से respond करो. Thank you. चलिए, तो अभी क्या करते हैं बच्चा? So now we are going to solve this question with respect to किसके बात करेंगे बच्चा? With respect to frame. तो I am going to copy this question. ठीक है? I am going to copy this question and now I will solve the same question with respect to car. Let me add a page here. इसको मैंने यहाँ पे paste किया. And now I am going to analyze this with respect to car. Sorry to say, I'm not going to solve this. I am asking you to solve this. बहुत ही आसान है बच्चा, जल्दी से करो. Come on guys. let us find out what will be the deflection of pendulum as observed from the frame attached with the car. That means if you are going to observe the bob with respect to car or being in the car, what will be the deflection with respect to the vertical? जल्दी से बताओ बच्चा. Deflection from the vertical. Diagram बिल्कुल सेम रहेगा बच्चा. You don't have to worry about that. ये हो जाएगा bob, ऐसा कुछ. And then this will be the vertical line. This will be the angle. होगा theta. This will be the tension. And there will be one mg force. This is the mg force. So these are the forces that were acting already. Now with respect to car, acceleration is 0. Acceleration of the bob is what? 0. So I let acceleration of bob is 0. But if we talk about the reference frame as car, now car is accelerating. So car is what? A non-inertial frame. Car क्या हो गया बच्चा? A non-inertial frame. So what we need to do? We need to add one pseudo force. In which direction pseudo force will act here, bachcha log? Tell me the answer. In this case, in which direction pseudo force will act? Leftward. Because acceleration of the frame is towards right, so pseudo force will act towards left. What will be the magnitude? The mass of the object into acceleration of the frame is 8. Okay. So now I would say acceleration to bob का मतलब 0 ही है बच्चा लोग. तो हर एक डायरेक्शन में acceleration of bob क्या है? 0. So I would write vertical direction में क्या लिखेंगे? So in vertical direction, I would say simply t cos theta will be equal to mg. That is correct. In horizontal direction, I would write ma will be equal to t sin theta. Leftward force is ma, rightward force is t sin theta. They must be same, they must be equal, then only the acceleration of the bob will be 0. So I'm getting the same equation. This equation 2, equation 1, this is equation 2. So at the end, you are going to get tan theta is equal to. So guys, didn't we get the same answer as we have got earlier? दोनों ही cases में answer क्या मिला? Same. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. Chalo. So now I am expecting you have understood the basic meaning of pseudo force. There's one more question. Try to solve this. Come on guys, try to solve this question. A pulley with 2 block system is attached to the ceiling of a lift moving upward with an acceleration a0. Find the deformation in the spring. Find the deformation in the spring. So there are 2 methods. कौन सा मेथड है बच्चा? एक तो if you observe this condition from the ground frame. If you observe this from the ground frame of reference, तब एक condition आएगा. दूसरा, if you observe this from the pulley frame or from the lift actually, from the lift frame. If you observed this from the lift frame of reference, then you have to use a pseudo force because the lift is what? Accelerating. Come on guys, give me the answer. I would request you to use the lift as the reference and then give me the answer. Come on guys, जल्दी से आंसर करो. Come on guys, give me the answer. What will be the deformation in the spring? First of all, let me know how will you get that deformation? क्या करोगे? क्या चाहिए आपको? Like which value you need to know to get the deformation? Deformation निकालने के लिए क्या चाहिए आप? What do you need to find the deformation there? Guys, let me know what do you need to find that. Yeah, very good, Vishwa. Tension in the spring. Correct. Tension in the spring. So you have to find what is the tension in this spring. So you have to find what is the tension in the spring. This is what you have to find. Acha. If I say tension here is T1 and tension here is lesser T, or you can call this tension as T and here you can call Fs, force in spring. Tell me what will be the relation between Fs and T1 or T. Tension in the spring is, let's say, T. Force in spring is, let's say, Fs. Tell me what will be the relation between Fs and T. Very good, Tarak brother. That we have already studied, right? वो हमने already किया हुआ है पुली वाले केस में. So I am expecting that you won't be committing any mistake in this, and you can simply write Fs will be equal to 2T. ये पहला equation है. So in fact, to get the value of Fs, you need to get the value of T here. ठीक है? तो find out the answer. एक छोटा सा hint तो मैंने आपको दे दिया. Come on, guys, give me the answer. Guys, if you have to solve this, you have to attempt this. This is not tough question, ठीक है? बिल्कुल भी tough नहीं है. मैं solve करने के लिए तो कर दूंगा, but this will not help you actually if you don't do it yourself. Come on, guys, give me the answer. अच्छा, देखो, few of you are not able to understand this also, I think. What will be the acceleration of the block M1 and M2 with respect to pulley or with respect to lift? What will be the acceleration? Will this block remain at rest or will these blocks be at rest with respect to pulley? बच्चा लोग बताओ जल्दी से, क्या ये ब्लॉक रेस्ट पे रहेगा? No. होगा क्या बच्चा? One of them will be coming down, other one will be going up. One of them will be coming down, other one will be going up. With respect to pulley, these acceleration will be same. With respect to pulley, these acceleration will be same, and this pulley is attached to the lift. So this, with respect to lift, I can say if M1 is coming down with A, M2 will go up with A. This is what you have to find. ठीक है? तो अगर हम directions देखें ना, if you draw the free body diagram of M1, so mg will be m1g will be downward. ऊपर में मेरे को मिलेगा टेंशन T. ठीक है? All right. अच्छा, in which direction this block is moving? So let us say block is moving in downward direction. But this is with respect to lift, so we have to add a pseudo force also. Lift is accelerating in upward direction, so there'll be a downward pseudo force. So I'll add a downward force here. वो कितना बच्चा लोग? तो M1 into A0. This will be the free body diagram and acceleration of M1. If I write the force equation now, I should write M1g. मैं नीचे लिखता हूँ. I'll save some space. M1g plus M1 A0 minus P will be equal to M1 into A0. Sorry, M1 into A. This is equation. If I ask you to draw the free body diagram of M2 block and write the force equation, it will look somewhat like this. नीचे में लगेगा M2G force. Here force will be tension. Here it will be M2G plus M2A0. Acceleration will be upward, and that will be A with respect to pulley. If you write the force equation, so force equation will be T minus M2G plus M2A0 will be equal to M2 into A. This is equation. So these are the two equations that you are going to get. You have to find the value of T from. बोलो बच्चा लोग, what will be the value of T? जल्दी से बताओ. Because the main aim is here is what? Find the tension here. If you get the value of tension, you'll get the value of Fs. If you get the value of Fx, you can say Fs is nothing but K into X. X will be Fs divided by K. Come on, guys, give me the answer. बच्चा लोग जल्दी से आंसर करो. What will be the value of tension? What would be the value of tension? You can get the value of acceleration first also and put the value of acceleration and get the tension. एक वो तरीका है. दूसरा तरीका क्या है बच्चा लोग, आप डायरेक्टली टी निकाल लो. डायरेक्टली टी निकाल सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. कैसे करेंगे बच्चा लोग? तो देखो मैं क्या करता हूं, आई एम गोइंग टू डिवाइड दिस बाई m1. आई एम गोइंग टू डिवाइड दिस बाई m1. If I divide this by m1, नहीं उसमें प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. If I multiply m2 here, multiply m1 here, वो भी कर सकते हैं, m1 से डिवाइड भी कर सकते हैं बच्चे, नो प्रॉब्लम. So I'll write m1 into g plus a naught divided by m1 minus p by m1 is equal to a. Second equation can be written as p by m2 minus m2 into g plus a naught divided by m2 is equal to a. If I subtract these two equations, if I say this is equation A and this is equation B, and if I subtract A from B or B from A, whatever, मैंने क्या किया, B को subtract किया A से, so I'll get answer as m1 cancel, so I'll get answer as g plus A naught minus p by m1 minus p by m2 plus g plus A naught will be equal to 0. So p by m1 plus p by m2 is equal to 2 into g plus A naught. So answer of p क्या मिलेगा बच्चा? तो p will be equal to 2 into m1 m2 into g plus A naught divided by m1 plus m2. So this is the answer for tension. If I get the value of tension, I would write Fs is equal to 2T. So Fs will be equal to 4 m1 m2 into g plus A naught divided by m1 plus m2. So what will be the deformation? So x will be equal to Fs divided by k. Fs divided by k. So answer will be 4 m1 m2 into g plus A naught divided by k into m1 plus m2. This is the answer. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. I know few of you must be saying sir बहुत लंबी है. बिल्कुल लंबी नहीं, सिर्फ बड़े बड़े टर्म्स दिख रहे हैं, but they are not that complicated. I know that thing. I know that field. You might have solved the acceleration and then you have put the value of A in any one of the equation and then you have got the value of tension. तुमने किया होगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. बहुत लोग करते हैं यार, मैंने भी किया होगा कभी ना कभी. But here I don't have to find the tension. I don't have to find the acceleration, so I didn't waste my time to get the A value and then put it there in the equation and then get the tension. उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं देता, सब लोग करते हैं. But मुझे यहाँ simple दिख गया ना, this equation बहुत आसान होता है. If I eliminate this coefficient, if I subtract it, A और A cancel हो जाएगा. If A and A will be eliminated, I'll get the value of P. If I eliminate A and A, I'll get the value of P. So to get that, I have divided m1 in first equation, I have divided m2 in second equation. Because यहाँ m1 है, यहाँ m2. ठीक है बच्चा? चलिए, तो ये हो गया उस क्वेश्चन का आंसर. Now guys, give me an answer for this one. अच्छा बच्चा लोग, have you seen the notice for your test? आपने टेस्ट का नोटिस देखा? Have you seen the syllabus for your test on next Sunday or on this Sunday, coming Sunday? देख लिया आपने? So Newton's law of motion is there in the test, excluding friction and dynamics of circular motion. So I have taught you almost all the theoretical part. जो भी theory था मैंने आपको पढ़ा दिया है. If you get any question which seems new to you, that doesn't mean I have not taught you. I have not taught you the theoretical part. I have taught you all the concepts which is related to the. If you ask me the theoretical concept, I have taught you everything. ठीक है? अभी इसमें कुछ नए cases आ सकते हैं आपके पास. So don't worry about those things. Try to solve them using your own theoretical concept, using your own concept clarity. ठीक है? Abhi, once the chapter will be ended, once the chapter will be completed, I will again take 1 or 2 numerical solving session for this chapter. Because this chapter is very vast, bacha. The application wise, it's very vast. So variety of question that can be asked from this chapter is very, very high. So उसमें क्या होगा कि I can't be teaching you all the concepts in a case of in terms of theory. सो डोंट से सर ये हमारे सिलेबस में आपने पढ़ाया नहीं था। मैंने सब पढ़ा दिया है आपको थ्योरी के हिसाब से। द ओनली थिंग इज यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस अ लॉट so that you don't see, when you see a question you don't feel like this is a new to me. Okay, Shreya, I think that will be वो तो तुम्हें बताया जाता है ना कहाँ पे टेस्ट देना है, अवंती पे देना है, ऐप पे देना है, या फिर तुम्हें LMS पे देना है. Those things you know already, right? Where have you written that last test? कहाँ लिखा था आपने? ऐप पे लिखा था या कहीं और लिखा था? कहीं और कहाँ लिखते हो? Have you been given the LMS ID बच्चा लोग? Have you been given the LMS ID? Have you been given the LMS ID? No ना? अवंती ऐप ही दिया तुम्हें, तो अवंती ऐप पे लिखने का. Come on guys, give me the answer for this. You need mass of the prism. Are you sure? Consider mass of the prism as capital M. I don't think you'll need the mass of the prism. But anyway, mass of the prism is capital M. I don't think you'll need the mass of the prism, Tanmay. You don't need it actually. But if you need that, let us say if you anyhow need G sin theta minus A naught cos theta. Question is, find the acceleration of smaller block with respect to prism. Find the acceleration of smaller block with respect to prism. बच्चा इसमें एक छोटा सा लिमिट कंस्ट्रेंट है जो बताया नहीं है. वो क्या है? That this block does not leave the surface of the prism. ये condition is not given to you directly, but you have to assume that if it is not given. ठीक है? So the block does not leave the surface of prism. So all the surfaces shown in the figure are assumed to be frictionless. The block of mass m slides on the prism, which in turn slides backward to the horizontal surface. So when this block will slide on the prism will slide towards left with acceleration a naught. Find the acceleration of this smaller block with respect to prism. तो with respect to prism का मतलब क्या है? चलो हमारे पास reference क्या है? Which is the reference, guys? So here reference is prism, which is accelerating. तो accelerating frame क्या होता है? Non-inertial frame. So you have to remember, you have to add one pseudo force. तो कैसे draw करते हैं बच्चा? Free body diagram देखो. So if I draw the free body diagram of this block, तो मैं point से दिखाता हूँ, ठीक है? क्योंकि बन नहीं रहा अच्छे से यार diagram आज. चलिए, तो if this is the block, ठीक है? ये हमारा block है. तो this direction down the plane, there will be one force, and that will be mg sin theta, mg sin alpha. Perpendicular to the plane, there will be normal. Perpendicular to the plane, there will be mg cos alpha. Now, this block is accelerating down the plane with, let's say, acceleration a, and the frame on which it is accelerating is itself accelerating with a naught towards left. So there will be a pseudo force that will act on this block, towards right. So let me draw a horizontal here. So a pseudo force will act on this block, and that will be towards right. And let me call that force as m into a naught. Guys, click yes if you have understood the free body diagram of the block. But chalo, please click yes if you have understood the free body diagram of the block with respect to prism. Prism के respect में, please click yes if you have understood the free body diagram of the block. Clear है बच्चा? चलिए, बहुत बढ़िया. तो ये हमारे पास free body diagram आ गया. Now in which direction the block is accelerating, guys? Tell me. with respect to frame, in which direction block is accelerating? So with respect to frame, the block is accelerating downward. Acha guys, if I ask you, tell me what is the direction of acceleration of the block with respect to ground, then what will be the answer? चलो बाद में करते हैं, पहले आप सोचना. If you have solved this, then try to think over it. But before going to that question, let us first answer this. तो बच्चों लोग अभी इसको कैसे सॉल्व करें बताइए जल्दी से. बच्चों लोग जल्दी से आंसर करो. Come on guys, give me the answer. देखो first तो I'll say कि with respect to this inclined plane, n must be equal to mg ना. तो पहले तो हम लिख देंगे n will be equal to mg cos alpha. इसमें तो कोई दिक्कत, ठीक है. Now this block is accelerating downward with acceleration. So let us find out the net force in downward direction. So net force in downward. अच्छा guys, is this correct? पहले ये बताओ, पहले ये correct है क्या? First of all तो यही पूछना है. Guys, is this correct? No, it is not correct actually. The forces in perpendicular direction is not only n and mg. There will be a component of ma naught also in the normal direction. So if I ask you the angle, I would say the angle made by the incline with horizontal is alpha. The angle made by the incline with horizontal is alpha. The angle made by the normal to the plane and horizontal will be 90 minus alpha. ठीक है, क्लियर है. चलिए, तो I would say n plus ma naught sin alpha must be equal to mg cos alpha. If it is being asked to you that what is the value of n, you'll get the value of n from here. However, here we don't have to get the value of n. So even if I don't write this, nothing will change. Okay? But if you have been asked what is the normal reaction, that normal force that this block is going to experience, so normal reaction will be equal to mg cos alpha minus ma naught sin alpha. ठीक है, चलिए बहुत बढ़िया. Now along the plane, let us try to write the force equation along the plane. So block is accelerating downward with acceleration a, so net force must be acting downward. So I'll write mg sin alpha plus ma naught cos alpha must be equal to m into a. Guys, do you have any doubt here if I write in this form? Net force in downward direction is nothing but mg sin alpha, ma naught cos alpha. They will not have any component along the plane because they are perpendicular to the plane. So these are the two forces acting down the plane. ठीक है? So this must be equal to m into a. So a का value क्या मिलेगा बच्चे लोग? तो a is nothing but g sin alpha plus a naught cos alpha. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this. This acceleration is what बच्चा लोग किसके respect में है? With respect to prism. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this. I need your response here. बच्चा लोग please click yes if you have understood this. Clear है? Very good. Now guys, if I ask you, ठीक है, या कीर्तन ने सब लोगों ने, बहुत लोगों ने ऐसा किया होगा, सर n is equal to mg cos alpha लिखते हैं लोग, बट गलत हो जाएगा ना. चलिए, एक्चुअली कम जाएगा. थिंक अबाउट दिस बच्चा. कीर्तन देखो, कभी कभी दिमाग ऐसे लगाना होता है. मैंने भी पहले वही लिखा था. That was a mistake that I have written n is equal to mg cos alpha. But why did I stop there and ask you, is it correct? Reason क्या है देखो. Just think about it. If this block if on this prism there is a block kept over it, normal reaction comes because of the restriction of motion, right? Now when this was at rest, this block and this prism would have experienced a normal reaction of mg cos alpha, right? But this block, this prism is trying to go towards left. That means the restriction of motion will be decreased. देखो, this block will try to come down in this direction and this block is now moving somewhere here. मतलब जो restriction of motion है वो इतने length का तो कम हो गया ना. So restriction of motion will be a bit decreased because of the motion of this block towards left. So the normal reaction must also decrease. समझ में आ रहा है? That is why I told कि it cannot be mg cos alpha. It should be less than mg cos alpha. then only I thought, okay, there must be something wrong. कुछ तो मैंने गलत किया है. What did I commit? What was the mistake of mine? So I didn't consider the component of m naught. कीर्तन समझ में आया? तो कभी कभी छोटी छोटी चीजें आपको बहुत काम आएंगी, at least for the verification and all. All right, my question to you is very simple. Find the acceleration of block with respect to ground without using any Newton's law of motion. You know this answer. You have done all these things. I don't need you. I don't expect you to use any equation of motion, any Newton's law of motion to get this answer. You have to simply use the concept of relative motion to get the acceleration of block with respect to ground. बोलो बच्चा, how will you get the answer? Think over it. आप एक बार सोच के देखो और आंसर करो. Come on, guys. If you are facing difficulty while writing the answer, while typing the answer, just type done in the chat box. I'll understand you have done it. If you are facing difficulty while typing the answer on the chat box, click done, or sorry, type done in the chat box or completed in the chat box. I'll understand that. I'll get to know you have done it. No विश्वा, ऐसा नहीं होगा. देखो बच्चा, very very simple answer बताता हूँ मैं. बहुत ही simple question है ये. Those who can recall the relative velocity concept, relative motion concept, they can solve it. Guys, if I ask you what is the acceleration of the block with respect to prism, what will be the answer? In terms of kinematics, what will be the answer? Can I say this will be equal to acceleration of the block minus acceleration of the prism? When I write only acceleration of the block and acceleration of prism, that means I'm writing acceleration of the block with respect to ground, acceleration of the prism with respect to ground. So if I have been asked what is the acceleration of the block with respect to ground, that means I have been asked what is the AB value. So AB is nothing but acceleration of the block with respect to prism plus acceleration of the prism. Now there are two vectors that we have to add. One of them is acceleration of the block with respect to prism, acceleration of prism with respect to ground. These are the two vectors that we have to add. What are the directions, bachcha log? Acceleration of the block with respect to prism is this one, like this. What is the acceleration of the prism? Leftward. What is the acceleration of the prism, bachcha log? Leftward. What is the angle between them, guys? Tell me. What is the angle between them? Come on, guys. Tell me the answer. What is the angle between these two values, these two vectors? So I am asking you, what is the angle between this inclined plane and horizontal towards left? What is this angle, bachcha log? This angle is alpha. So this angle is 180 minus alpha. So if I ask you what is the magnitude of AB, answer would be square root of ABP square, AP square, 2 into ABP into AP into cos of 180 minus alpha. So what will be the final answer? Come on, guys, tell me what will be the final answer. The final answer will look like this. Cos alpha. I knew you would face difficulty to give the correct final answer because ये पूरा calculate करना पड़ेगा. You know what is APP, right? This value is what, बच्चा लोग? ये क्या है हमारे पास basically? This is the acceleration of the block with respect to prism only. So this value is itself G sin alpha plus A naught cos alpha. AP is A naught. AP is A naught. So you have to solve that part here. So calculation will be a little bit difficult, and quoting that answer in the chat will be still very, very difficult. Guys, if I give you ABP is 2 meter per second square, AP is 3 meter per second square, then just quoting the answer, putting the value and getting the answer will be easier. But the approach will remain the same. Guys, click yes if you have understood this part. चलो click yes if you have understood this part. Clear है सबको? तो कभी-कभी क्या पूछेगा direct ऐसे, they will give you this condition only. I have seen some questions. They will give you this condition only. they will give you this a naught value as well. They will give you this also, that this block is coming down with acceleration, let's say 2 meters per second square with respect to prism, or with respect to this wedge. Find the acceleration of the block with respect to ground. You will say, ये तो dynamics का question है sir, block और wedge का सवाल है, dynamics का question है, I have to write the free body diagram and all those things. गलत हो जाएगा, तुम आंसर ना निकाल पाओगे. Clear है? So if very simple, if accelerations are given to you, you can find the other acceleration आराम से using the concept of relative motion. Guys, please click yes if you have understood this. बच्चों लोग click yes if you have understood this. I need your responses here. Now guys, थोड़ा सा weighing machine के बारे में पढ़ते हैं कि what will be the normal reaction on weighing machine, what will be the measurement on weighing machine if weighing machine is accelerating upward or accelerating downward or at rest. तो हम क्या करने वाले हैं, we are going to take 3 weighing machines. ठीक है, मतलब एक ही weighing machine लेंगे, 3 अलग अलग conditions में we are going to observe it. This is the second one and this is the third one. तो third cases हम लोग ऐसे करेंगे. इसमें क्या पहला केस है बच्चा, when this is at rest. ठीक है, this is at rest. Second case is when it is going up with acceleration a. Third case is when it is coming down with acceleration a. We need to find what will be the normal reaction that this man is going to experience. इसको मैं copy, paste, ये कट कॉपी पेस्ट करते हैं. Mass of this man is m, mass of this man is m, mass of this man is m. हेड के पास लिखा मतलब हेड का मास नहीं है, पूरा मास उसका m है. ओके, फाइंड द नॉर्मल रिएक्शन. इस केस में नॉर्मल रिएक्शन क्या होगा बच्चा? तो इफ आई कंसीडर विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू, मैं क्या हमेशा क्या कर रहा हूं बच्चा लोग, विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू वेइंग मशीन की बात कर रहा हूं. मैं नॉन इनर्शियल फ्रेम यूज कर रहा हूं बिकॉज आई नीड यू टू प्रैक्टिस विद दैट. So with respect to weighing machine, I'm going to analyze this. So at rest, so I will write normal reaction. Free body diagram कैसा बनेगा बच्चा लोग? तो upward will be normal reaction n, downward will be mg. These are the two forces. Acceleration of this weighing machine is 0, so there will not be any pseudo force that will act here. So I would simply say n will be equal to mg. No problem. First case, कहानी खत्म. Second case, guys. In second case, I'm drawing the free body diagram of m. ठीक है, please be careful. I'm drawing the free body diagram of mass, like the man m, man of mass m. ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या होगा चलो, downward will be mg, downward force will be mg. Upward force क्या बच्चा, मान लो that normal reaction is n1. Now this weighing machine is moving upward with acceleration a, so pseudo force will act downward with mass of the object and acceleration of the reference frame, to ma. So here, with respect to weighing machine, this man is not flying. This man is not accelerating at all. With respect to this weighing machine, the man is standing at rest, being at rest. So the answer would be n will be equal to mg plus ma. So you can write m into g plus a. This is the answer for second case. Third case की बात करते हैं बच्चा लोग, बहुत ही आसान है, बहुत ही सिंपल है, बहुत ही मजेदार है. चलो ये थर्ड केस हो गया. थर्ड केस में ड्रॉ द फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम. तो ये हो जाएगा m into g. Upward force will be, let us say, normal n2. This block, this weighing machine is going down, reference frame is going down with acceleration rate. So pseudo force will act in upward direction. The value will be m into a. Since with respect to weighing machine, this man is not moving at all, so net force in vertical direction must be 0. So I would write n2 plus ma equal to mg, and hence I will write n2 will be equal to m into g minus a. So guys, in all these three cases, what are the values of n? What are the values of n? In first case, when the weighing machine is at rest, what was the normal reaction experienced to n? mg के बराबर. In second case, when the weighing machine is accelerating upward, what is the reading? What will be the normal reaction in the weighing machine? It will be m into g plus a. मतलब बताओ बच्चे लोग, इसमें weighing machine will read larger value or smaller value? Here क्या होगा बच्चे लोग? तो reading will be greater than the actual reading. here reading will be greater than the actual value. यहाँ क्या होगा बच्चा लोग, in third case, what will happen in third case? Here reading will be in this case reading will be less than actual value. Guys, just imagine a case. एक case imagine करो. When acceleration of the weighing machine is equal to g. Imagine a case when acceleration of the weighing machine is equal to g. What will happen to the normal reaction? Guys, let me know the answer. When acceleration of the weighing machine downward is equal to g, what will be the answer for normal reaction? बच्चा लोग जल्दी से आंसर करो. If acceleration of the weighing machine in third case is, let's say, equal to g, matlab the weighing machine is coming down with acceleration due to gravity, with acceleration equal to acceleration due to gravity. What will be the answer for n? Can I say n will become 0? No normal reaction. No normal reaction. Matlab kya hota bachcha? You will have an experience. If you are standing on a weighing machine which is falling with an acceleration equal to acceleration due to gravity, you will experience a free fall. तुम पे कोई normal reaction नहीं लगेगा, because if this normal reaction is zero, you will not experience any force at the bottom of your foot or feet. ठीक है? You will not experience any force from the weighing machine. Then you will experience that I am falling down freely. That is called as free fall. समझ में आ रही बात? And that is what happens. That is what happens if lift is coming down. You feel weightlessness. Guys, tell me what is definition of weight? Guys, tell me what is definition of weight? Is weight equal to mg always? बच्चा लोग, is weight equal to always? Equal to mg always? Answer is no. Weight is not equal to mg. Weight is not equal to mg. Weight is the force required. Weight is what? The force required to let you or to make you hang in the air, or to make you like being at rest at a particular place. उसको weight कहते हैं. So normal reaction that you experience by the surface in contact is the weight. If you want to stay at a place at the ground, what is the force that is required so that you stay at that point? That is the weight. In this case, what is the weight of the man? बच्चा लोग बताइए. In this case, what is the weight of the man? M into G minus A. In this case, what is the weight of the man? M into G plus A. It's not equal to mg. In this case, what is the weight of the man? Mg. That is what happens when the lift is coming down. You must have felt कि थोड़ा dizziness feel होता है. You feel like you are losing your weight in that lift. How is that possible? होता क्यों है? Because तुम्हारा normal reaction, the force experienced by the surface of the lift decreases. The force exerted by this ground or the lift surface decreases. So you feel now my weight has decreased. At the same time, if you are going up on an elevator, on a lift, you feel like मेरा weight बढ़ गया, मैं भारी हो गया हूँ. How does that happen? Why do you feel that way? Reason क्या होता है? Because of the surface. Because now surface is actually, because of the pseudo force, now the normal reaction here has increased. But chalo, click yes if you have understood the feeling of that lift and this condition, these three conditions. But chalo, click yes if you have understood the feeling that you experience in a lift and this condition. One of you have clicked no. What is that problem, bacha? What is the doubt? Yes, Kirtan, work energy theorem में पढ़ेंगे. अभी परेशान मत हो, ठीक है? We'll study that in work energy theorem. Don't worry. Guys, any other doubt? Bacha log, do you have any doubt in this concept? So guys, before friction, these are the things that have to be taught. I have not taught you a wedge constraint. I'm expecting you can deal with yourself. But anyway, I'll teach you at the end. ठीक है, बहुत लंबा हो गया है हमारा discussion. I have taken 11 classes without starting that particular friction part. अभी बहुत सारा cases में और पढ़ा सकता हूँ, ठीक है? But I don't want this chapter to become monotonous, to become a kind of you can say a weightage or a kind of weight to you, so that कि सर ये बहुत भारी हो गया, बहुत ज़्यादा चला गया, ठीक है? Anyway, you are going to forget all of these things after 3 to 4 months. So why to teach you for a month or two the same chapter? So I'll go for the basic points, okay? And yeah, the points that are very important. But don't worry, I'll not be leaving any of the important topics. Don't worry. So alright, guys, let me end the class here only. Thank you, guys. Thank you for attending the class. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a nice day, guys. Enjoy, my day. Bye bye. Take care.